Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Medical Classes by Dr. Srinidhi Kumar Acharya. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also please give your valuable comments. You can also visit the playlist. In the playlist, we have provided almost all the topics in a very systematic order. You can make use of it for continuous study purpose. I hope you will make best use of it. So, as we know, we are discussing about holistic pediatric care. In that part, we have already discussed the three important parts, and in the last class we are discussing about the mental health and what actually we want to achieve through the mental health, and what is the need of inculcating the mental ability and stabilities in the child right from the beginning, that is even from the fetal intervention. So today we will discuss the continued part of the same, that is about the next part, so that is emotional health. So health is not only the physical health, and health is not only the mental health. There is another important part which is called as emotional health, which is equally important. Now, how to inculcate the emotional health in the children? One part that we will going to discuss in future, that's about the fetal intervention in detail. Apart from that, what actually the emotional health means and what are the facets that we have to concentrate on this. So that we will go to discuss. Number one is you should teach your child to overcome the emotional upsets. See, emotional upsets will be always there in the life. It will be there in the adult life also. It will be there in the childhood life also. And everybody will have emotional upset at every point of time. Even it may be a newborn, or it may be the infant, it may be a school-going child or adolescents, etc. But how to overcome this emotional upset is a very important thing. Now, when the child is emotionally upset, if the parents are rather more upset than the child, then it will be a great problem. What I mean to say is, when child is emotionally upset, and parents should show a type of stability there. Many times what happens is, child is upset for a small reason and parents were upset because child is upset. So this creates a big scene there, okay, so which is a never ending scene. So here, reaction during the defeat. Now usually emotional upset means it may happen at the time of the happiness, or it may be also happen at the time of the sadness. But that emotional upset which happens in the sadness has got a long-term effect. Okay, so it's very disheartening. So therefore, we should teach our child how to react for a defeat, and what should be our reaction. When the child is defeated at any point of time, what should be the response of what should be the reaction of the parents? So how they have to console, and how they have to, counsel them and motivate them. That's a very important part. Therefore, here the stability of the parents and family members is very, very important. So if you want to build the emotional health of the child. Now, usually child will have a depression, child will have a negativity, child will have sometimes anger, and child may sometimes show aversion when he get defeated in particular task. Okay, it may be a simple task other than the study also, so he may show these reactions. Now at that time, how you will lead him, that plays a very important role in teaching the emotional health. Reaction during the victory. Sometimes reaction will be more during the victory also, which looks like an over celebration, or sometimes that same looks like a over confidence. Okay, or sometimes that overconfidence may lead to ignorance in future. So these are some of the adverse effects related to this overreaction or over celebration of the victory. Okay, and here always when the child is getting defeated or child is getting a victory, we have to make them realize that there is something, some power is there which is doing all these things. If you got the victory, that is also not entirely by you. Some other power is helping you, and if you are defeated, that time also you are not alone. some other power is there with you, mostly that power is trying to test your ability. So this type of counseling, which was previously done by our grandmother and grandfathers, has got a very good significance in developing the emotional health. Okay, so child is emotionally upset. Now you want the shelter, or you want the help of some other factors. Okay, so where child can be consoled. So usually our grandmothers give the religious aspects. God is there, some power is there who is helping us. Just believe on God, so you can do better. So these things are really helpful. Similarly, when you get the victory, you dedicate your victory to the God. It's not your celebration or your entire effect. You may be a medium. It is some extra power, one supernatural power which is doing this. So this type of education or counseling to the children in defeat or in victory, so helps them to develop the emotional health. Now meantime, most of the time nowadays what happens, we actually avoid the children from some untoward incidents. Okay, so what we think is it may have adverse effects on their mind. Suppose for example somebody expired in the family, or some bad incident took place, or somewhere the quarreling is taking place. Many of the time we are overprotective nowadays, and we actually will not expose our children to that, and our intention is different. But actually it is not so. We have to expose them to such incidents, otherwise they will not come to know, and even they don't know how to react for that. In future life, when such incidents come, they don't know how to react for that. Instead, if you slowly expose the kid for such incidents under your shelter, with continuous monitoring and continuously guiding him, when he asks the question, giving answers for those questions, that will be more helpful. Now see, now suppose there is a sudden death in the family. Definitely whole family was disturbed in that time, will be disturbed at that time, and there will be different emotional outbursting will be there. Somebody is crying and somebody is handling something, handling and consoling everything, and somebody will be there who is really sad, but silently he is doing the work, and somebody is there who is really sad, but he is keeping silent in a corner of the home. See, what I mean to say is child needs to expose to such incidents. Then only he come to know that when such incidents occur, what type of emotional expressions we can give ourselves. If this will not happen, definitely in real case scenario, when child face such scenarios, so he don't know how to emotionally express himself, and a sense of emotional stability will not come. So that I mean to say, child needs to be exposed to such incidents from the beginning itself. So that helps to develop the emotional health of the baby. Concept of Sthita Prajna, as told in the Gita, Sthita Prajna is very important. You should not be overexcited in happiness, and you should not be over depressed in sadness. That is a state of Sthita Prajna. You try to receive everything in a similar fashion. But thing is, how the students or child will go to learn all these facilities. Either mother has to teach it, father has to teach it, or family members has to teach it, or teacher has to teach it, or the society has to teach it, isn't it? So if you make them exposed to such incidents, then only it is possible. So see, when such incidents occur, usually child takes someone as a model. Okay, some bad incidents happening, and somebody is crying, and somebody is sitting silent, and somebody is handling all these bad incidents in an effective way, that the things will not get worsened. Now, if you look carefully, if you expose your child to such an incident, child will take that person who is handling everything normally, without any noise, silently handling everything in a very fine way. So child will take him as a model, and the child may adopt his qualities in his future during such emotional upsets. So what I mean to say is, such a monitored, controlled exposure of the child to such incidents is very, very important and also effective in developing the emotional health. Okay. Now, therefore, a reaction during the loss, maybe in the exam he is not doing the exam, and for that simple reason, many times we know that nowadays adolescents and children, they took a very drastic steps like suicide and all those things. It should not happen. We have to educate them. and this is a very simple loss. This is nothing is taken. This is just for your price that you have paid for your ignorance. Try to do better in the next time. So this type of counseling and motivation should be there, and if you're not giving that, definitely emotional health of the child will be very bad. Another is the reaction during the insult. Reaction during the insult, that is also when somebody is insulting you, how you are going to react for it. Okay, whether you take in a very live manner or in a jolly manner, or you take it seriously, and when to take it seriously and how to counteract for that. Okay, this is especially very very important, and this has to be learned. When this is possible, if you protect your child inside the home, it is not possible. Get them exposed. Okay, let somebody insult him, and then you monitor in a controlled way, and monitor him in a controlled way, and give the suggestion how to counteract it, how to face such incidences. Then only it is possible. Okay, similarly, control over the aggression is also very very important, anger and as well as rage. And so these are some of the important things. So many factors are there how to maintain the emotional health, and Ayurveda also mentioned many things that we will discuss in future. For today, I'm just giving a clue about, or some of the points we are discussing about the emotional health, that in general what we can practice. Thing is very clear. जब आप पानी में डूबते हैं तभी तैरना सीखते हैं. Similarly, that means if you expose your children to such incidences, okay, then only the child will be able to learn it. But if you think that no, this will have a bad effect on my kid, and on its mentality and all, he may be over depressed, he may be over suppressed, or he may be over emotionally upset. No, it's not like that. You need to expose, but it should be controlled in a controlled environment, and along with the monitoring. That is important. So that's all what I want to say about the emotional health, and these are some of the references regarding emotional health in Ayurveda that we will discuss in later in coming classes. Thank you very much. In the next class, we will discuss about the social health and its importance. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also please give your valuable comments.